The most recent arrest actually occurred this morning. The operation targeted individuals who were using social media to arrange and or broker sex acts with individuals who were 14 years of age or younger. We have 27 suspects who were arrested and booked into jail, the most recent being today. After this is over, I have an immediate information sheet that I will give you. But first, this morning, we're going to hear from Mr. Nowakowski, City of Phoenix councilman. He will be followed by Chief Williams, and then we will hear from Commander Gallagher, who is the commander of the Drug Enforcement Bureau, and he will give you more of the details of this investigation, and we'll answer any questions. So I'll turn the time over to Mr. Nowakowski.
Thank you. Well, good morning. I appreciate the work of the law enforcement officials and their efforts to protect our community with the Operation Silent Predator. As the chair of public safety, our main concern is to make sure that our community, our families, and especially our children are protected. The individuals that were involved in this operations were contacting young people for unspeakable crimes. They were using social media to silently enter into our homes, our children's bedrooms. This time, the table turned around, and they were the predators. And they were the victims, and we were the prey. We were trying to get those individuals. So I want to thank those officers that were involved in this operation. But what's really important is that we as the City of Phoenix are committed to go after these individuals. But most important, being a father of 6 individuals, 6 children, it's important for us parents to educate our children on how to use these smartphones. They have them 24/7. My kids even put them up on the side of their beds. We need to make sure that the kids understand that it's not just their family members that use these smart devices to contact them. There's predators out there. And we as parents need to educate. And that's the number one job as you parents out there need to do with your children is educate, educate, and educate. And today is a fine example of what is so important to educate our kids. So I want to thank all the individuals behind me for their service to our community, protecting our families, and most importantly, especially our children. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Jerry Williams, Chief of Phoenix. Councilman, thank you so much for those words. It's very important for parents to really monitor what's going on. You heard earlier that January is National Human Trafficking Awareness Month, and one of our major responsibilities as law enforcement and police officers is to protect our kids and to protect our community. As you heard before, working together, we were able to arrest 27 individuals. The suspects in this investigation were targeting girls and boys under the age of 15. So we collectively want to send a message that this type of activity will not be tolerated in Arizona, but most specifically, not in the Phoenix metro area. We're committed to young people, as was mentioned, but we need the help of the community and the parents out there. These suspects are targeting our youth through the virtual world we now live in, and these people sneak into our homes and into our kids' minds and through social media. So we want to remind everyone to monitor the activity of kids. Parents, you have a responsibility. We all have a responsibility to do this. So if we choose not to monitor, bad things can happen. So there are people in our social media world who will hurt us or hurt our children if we don't do the responsible thing. So our children are counting on us to protect them, and together we can make a difference. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Commander Gallagher of Phoenix Police Department's Drug Enforcement Bureau, in which our human exploitation and trafficking unit is one responsible for this investigation. The landscape of sexual exploitation is changing. What used to be only occurring in real life on streets is now occurring on apps, online, and in ways that we never considered just a few short years ago. And as a result, we in law enforcement are changing with it. This investigation is a result of that recognition and our commitment as an Arizona law enforcement community to stop it. By leveraging technology and being responsible to the needs of our community and our children, we are going to undertake investigations like this as often as is necessary. To address those responsible for this heinous crime, the traffickers who sell and exploit the victims, oftentimes juveniles, and those who seek to buy them, who are equally responsible. Arizona law enforcement, led in this case by the Phoenix Police Department, but led in the past by the Mesa Police Department and the Chandler Police Department, are committed to these investigations. It is our partnerships that make us successful. The agencies represented here and the agencies across the valley and around the state and our prosecutorial partners are the best that there are in the business. It is also our community partners who support our efforts through the training, education, and outreach that helps us put more eyes on this problem because it's a community problem. It is not just a law enforcement problem. And at the end, the result is that more bad guys go to jail. So in closing, I would like to echo what Chief Williams said and what Councilman Nowakowski said. We encourage parents to be attentive, to teach their children about good internet safety, and to watch their kids when they're online. And we want to speak directly to the bad guys, to those that traffic our victims and to those that try to buy sex in the valley. We're looking for you, and we will catch you. And when we do, you're going to go to jail, and our prosecutors will make sure that you're going to be in jail for a very long time. Thank you.
Do you have any questions about the operations?
Yes, so the investigation itself, without revealing too much of the details, is an undercover operation. It's guided by typical undercover protocol that we would have in any other environment. What we try to do is take advantage of the need and the desire of those who are criminally active in this field to try to engage in these acts, and they are very willing, and we are very easily able to catch them. So one of the things that's most important in law enforcement is to be continuously gathering